Wendy Vitter, the wife of former Louisiana Senator David Vitter, has been nominated by Donald Trump to become a federal judge, a district judge. She, according to reports, is the general counsel or lawyer to the Catholic Archdiocese of New Orleans and is currently being considered for the position of U.S. District Judge for the Eastern District of Louisiana in New Orleans. Now, she is undergoing hearings, and in those hearings, a lot of her views on social issues are coming up, including her views on reproductive rights. She is very much right-wing, very much against reproductive rights. And in the next video, she is specifically asked about the issue of segregation. Okay, so she's asked about Brown v. Board of Education, which I think most people would be comfortable answering.
9-0 Supreme Court decision.
Okay, here's how she handled that question. Take a look.
Ms. Vitter, do you believe that Brown versus Board of Education was correctly decided?
Senator, I don't mean to be coy, but I think I get into a difficult area when I start commenting on Supreme Court decisions, which are correctly decided and which I may disagree with. Again, my personal political or religious views, I would set aside. That is Supreme Court precedent.
Do you believe it was correctly decided?
And again, I will respectfully not comment on what could be my boss's ruling, the Supreme Court. I would be bound by it. And if I start commenting on I agree with this case or don't agree with this case, I think we get into a slippery slope.
Is she a judge now? Has she been a judge?
She's a lawyer for the Catholic Church.
What year was it?
It was the easiest question in the history of questions ever asked.
No, this is insane. So, by the way, she was asked a follow-up to that, and it was a little bit of a softball, actually, to kind of give her an opportunity to say, I do agree with that decision. Because that is a terrible way of answering that question.
There's no job that she is disqualified from by saying, yes, I believe it was correctly decided.
Right.
That is, nothing bad will happen to anyone who answers that question.
You should have asked, what about Plessy versus Ferguson? Did they get that one right earlier?
Yeah, right, yeah. Well, yeah,
Okay.
She wouldn't know that one.
Right.
So, let's get to the issue of reproductive rights. In the past, Vitter has given speeches in regard to Planned Parenthood and has just lied about what Planned Parenthood does. So for instance, I'll give you an example of a quote from a previous speech that she had given. She said, and I quote, "Planned Parenthood says they promote women's health. It is the saddest of ironies that they kill over 150,000 females a year. The first step in promoting women's health is to let them live." So she was asked about that, among other reproductive rights related questions. Here's how she handled those questions. Take a look.
Do you consider yourself to be pro-life now?
Yes, Senator, I am pro-life.
Unqualifiedly pro-life.
Senator, I can only speak for myself. I am pro-life.
So you are against a woman's exercise of reproductive rights as guaranteed by the United States Constitution?
So there was more to that exchange, and we'll get to that in just a second, but I want you guys to jump in.
I like this thing where she, that moment where she sought to distance herself from that panel, this 2013 panel called Abortion Hurts Women, and the brochure promoted a variety of unsubstantiated claims. I'm reading from NPR here, linking birth control pills to breast cancer, cervical and liver cancers, and quote, violent death, right? Yeah. So on this last point, violent death, the brochure alleged that women who take oral contraceptives prefer men with similar DNA. So if you take the pill, you respond to men with similar DNA, and that women in these partnerships have fewer sexual relations, leading to more adultery and, quote, understandably, violence.
Yeah,
she's a lunchbox.
This is a common tactic, common strategy used by these pregnancy crisis centers. They make themselves appear to be clinics, much like Planned Parenthood, for instance, and women unwittingly go to these clinics thinking that they could get abortion services there, and unfortunately they're met with people pretending to be doctors. They're not even medical professionals. Usually they're wearing, the white doctor's outfit, I don't know what it's called, coat, and then they're told all sorts of misinformation. If you have an abortion, you will risk higher chances of breast cancer. It's dangerous, it's unsafe, and then they pressure the women to bring the pregnancy to term. That is a common thing that happens here in the United States. Pregnancy crisis centers. They lie to women. They lure them in by pretending like there's something that they're not, and then they give them all sorts of misinformation to scare them.
So to be clear, that was in a brochure at a 2013 conference that she encouraged people to hand out. You urge the audience, this is Mazie Hirono of Hawaii saying this, you urge the audience to distribute the materials making these outrageous, these dangerous claims. Do you believe the claims that abortion causes breast cancer and birth control causes women to be assaulted and murdered because they're attracted to men with a similar DNA? You understand the science behind it.
Yeah.
Vitter asserted she had no background and that she was not a medical professional, God bless, and had never heard those opinion before. And Senator Hirono said, you called them facts. And then Vitter says, I did say facts, but I stopped myself and I said brochure. But you still said it should be passed out, right?
I like when she was asked just now by Blumenthal, do you consider yourself pro-life? And she said, well, I can only speak for myself.
Yeah, that's
who we're asking here.
So here's what she did say in the clip, by the way. Go to Dr. Angela's website, Breast Cancer Prevention Institute, download it, at your next physical, walk into your pro-life doctor and say, have you thought about putting these facts or this brochure in your waiting room?
They're not facts. They have been disproven time and time again. Again, it's just a way to scare women and pressure them to bring a pregnancy to term, a pregnancy that they don't want. And
like say a call girl got pregnant. What would Wendy Vitter say about that?
Right. Let's just fill the audience in on that. So her husband, this is a very family values oriented couple, okay? So Wendy Vitter and her husband, very right wing, consider themselves hardcore Christians. Her husband apparently had an affair, am I correct?
Not apparently, he had it.
He had it,
yeah,
and
he admitted to it.
He used call girls.
Yeah, it was he used what was the Washington madam? What was she called? The DC madam.
The DC madam.
Right, okay.
If you want to get the whole Young Turks show every single day, become a member, tytnetwork.com/join. And once you do, you'll be saying,
you know, I'm like a smart person.
Or you might say,
I think it's weird.
Or you might say,
oops.
No, that won't be that one. It won't be that one. It'll be great, trust me. tytnetwork.com/join.